Another law, for example, the law of use. If you reflect on the creation, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, الَّذِينَ يَذْكُرُونَ اللَّهَ قِيَامًا وَقُعُودًا وَلَا جُنُوبِهِمْ. Those who reflect on the creation, those who remember Allah, standing, sitting down, or laying on their sides. وَيَتَفَكَّرُونَ فِي خَلْقِ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. And they reflect on the creation of the heavens and the earth. They come to a conclusion. They say, رَبَّنَا مَا خَلَقْتَ هَذَا بَاطِلًا. Oh Allah, you didn't create all of this for no reason. سُبْحَانَكَ فَقِنَا عَذَابَ النَّارِ. And they start to figure out the laws of the universe. Everything that's happening here has a consequence in the hereafter. But that's the ultimate reality. But there is smaller laws you figure out here. If you don't use the blessing Allah has given to you, you lose it. A lot of people, for example, they're going through suffering in their health because they don't exercise. A lot of people, they've been given much blessings, such as knowledge, such as talents and everything. They never used it. They start forgetting it. If you don't use it, you lose it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَأَمَّا بِنِعْمَةِ رَبِّكَ فَحَدِّثْ. From the ni'mas Allah has given to you, make mention of them. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala likes to see the traces of His blessings upon His servants. And so if Allah gives you a blessing, try to benefit people around you with it. One of the scholars said, I think it was Uthman radiallahu anhu, he said the most ahmaq person, the most, somebody who's not very intelligent. He said is the one who has been given money and he's so miser he doesn't spend it. And they asked him, why is that, Ya Uthman? He said, because if he holds on to it, he doesn't benefit from his money. And when he dies, Allah will punish him for holding on to it. So he loses, double whammy, He gets both of them, the bad side. So, whatever blessings Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives to us, Allah likes to see us use it within the proper measure. On the other extreme, the people who overuse things, extravagance. Now if you see the cultures that we have set up for ourselves, somebody wants to get married, they say you have to pay this much money. So why this much? It's the way. It has to be a 7-day festival. You have to do this and then the mehndi and then that thing and then this other thing. So it has to be like that. Why? Just the way it is. This is how it is. Okay? So if they go on the other extreme, the extravagance, what happens is the scholar said, whoever is wasteful, Allah will shower them with calamities. Allah will shower them with calamities. So they're using this money thinking they will benefit from this, but all they're getting is in the end, difficulties. Give you the example of Qawm al-Ad. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Ad irama dhat al-imad. Ad, there were such people, they used to build these giant pillars. These were strong people. And He described them, they had these palaces built on mountains. And they used to live in the valleys. They had themselves, the summer home, this home, vacation home, beach house, everything, but they didn't live in them. They visit once a year or something. And they were extremely wasteful people. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent them their brother Hud alayhi salam. He came to them and said, Inni lakum rasulun ameen. I am to you a trustworthy messenger. Worship Allah and nobody other than Him and stop being so wasteful. What are you doing? They said, oh Hud, we thought you were a good person, we're not going to believe in you, go away. Now you come to us with this message. He said, look, he gave them the da'wah. He said, are many gods better or one God? And this way of life that you're living, you think this is beneficial? And the way you seize people with strength and everything, change your ways. They said, Hud, we're going to kill you. He said, okay. So he made dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah is not working. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, don't worry, the punishment of Allah is coming soon. They had drought. They had this drought, now they want rain because they live in the desert. So they start praying for rain and everything. And one day, dark clouds start showing up. And they start celebrating. They say, oh look, we have rain, dark clouds coming. But lo and behold, it was the punishment from Allah. It came down, tornadoes so fierce, it stayed over them for 7 days and 8 nights. Completely wiped them off the face of the earth.